Hey guys, it's Joe here. For those of you that follow my channel or have been following me for a while, you guys know that I am a diehard Fallout fan. Fallout 3 was my second favorite game of the 7th generation, right behind the original BioShock. And you guys have probably heard me talk about Fallout before. I love the Elder Scrolls also, but I like Fallout a little bit better. Huge fan of Bethesda Game Studios. In my opinion, they do open world better than anybody else. That's my opinion. You might not agree with me. That's fine. I'm just saying that's my view. Now, people have been waiting for another Fallout game for years. Now, Bethesda Game Studios' last game was Skyrim in 2011, and so there's no confusion. Understand that Wolfenstein: The New Order, Rage, The Evil Within, right? Those are published by Bethesda, but they didn't make those games. Those were made by other devs, and they were the publisher. But their in-house team with creative director Todd Howard is Bethesda Game Studios, or BGS for short. Their last game was Skyrim. Now, I've talked about Fallout 4 before. I believe that an announcement is imminent at Bethesda's first ever E3 conference on June 14th in the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. I believe the game will be shown. There's even talk that they may even announce the game before that conference. That's just some rumors I've heard. I don't want to get into that because who knows if it's true. Point is, there's every indication that a Fallout 4 announcement is imminent, and there's talk even that the game may come out this year, and that's another discussion altogether. I've already made a video about that. But what I want to discuss in this video is that there's this annoying rumor that's been going around that pops up every now and again that Fallout 4 is going to be an Xbox One exclusive. Now, it'll be on PC, but that it won't be on PS4, right? That they're gonna go the route of Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is what I've come to call Rise of the Tomb Raider, because I still believe Rise of the Tomb Raider will be a timed exclusive. So feel free to use that, by the way. The last video I made on Fallout 4, somebody wrote in the comments, I heard it's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. Mr. Matty Plays, who does a lot of videos about Fallout, people write, it's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. What are they basing this on? Well, I'll tell you. 2 years ago, in I believe it was June of 2013, there was a NeoGAF user, and this was not a guy like Shinobi or one of these, reliable industry insiders that has a track record. It was a relatively unknown NeoGAF poster that said, and I'm pretty much quoting verbatim here, I don't have it in front of me, but I just read one of the articles, that there's industry chatter. Bear in mind, this is June of 2013, or maybe it was July of 2013. Point is, this is before the launch of the new systems. There's industry chatter that Bethesda has signed a deal with Microsoft. That's it. Industry chatter that supposedly Bethesda signed a deal with Microsoft. And again, this is 2 years ago. Now, since then, there has been absolutely nothing else on this. Nothing. Nothing in the news, no industry insiders saying anything about a Bethesda-Microsoft deal. That is the only basis for which people are using this Xbox One exclusive Fallout 4 thing. First of all, Bethesda has been supporting PlayStation since the very early days of the PS3. Oblivion was one of the first ports to come out for the PlayStation 3. It was like 4 months after the launch of the PS3, Oblivion was ported. And that's only because the 360 came out a year ahead of the PS3. So in March of 2007, the Oblivion was ported to the PS3. Every other Bethesda game ever since then has been multi-plat. Fallout 3, Rage, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, and there's probably some Brink, and of course recently Wolfenstein: The New Order and The Evil Within. All right, so Bethesda ever since then has never looked back. They've always, put out their games on all the platforms with the exception of Nintendo. That's another story. Now, before you throw Morrowind at me and say that, Morrowind was only on the original Xbox and it wasn't on PS2, that's true, but that had absolutely nothing to do with any exclusivity deal at all. What that had to do with was Bethesda, prior to Morrowind, was a PC-only developer, and they were very small back then. They're nothing like what they are now. And that was their first foray into consoles. Now, the original Xbox was the most powerful, out of those three, the PS2 and the GameCube and the original Xbox. And also, it was the most PC-like. So it was the easiest first step to get their feet wet to put Morrowind only on the original Xbox. It probably wouldn't have ran as well on the PS2. It probably wouldn't have ran that good on the GameCube. So, yeah, that was them getting their feet wet with consoles. But as I said, after that, Oblivion came out on the PS3 very early on, and they never looked back. The next thing is this, is that Bethesda games, the Bethesda Game Studios games specifically, are event games, okay? They're like GTA. They're games that don't come out every 1 or 2 years. They come out with long stretches of time between them. They're huge games that get played for a long time, that have a rabid fan base. And the last thing that Bethesda wants to do after working on a game like Fallout 4 for God knows how many years now, because I'm sure pre-production started on it with a small team before the release of Skyrim. That's usually how things work. The last thing they want to do is have this release be mired in controversy. Instead of just celebrating the game and looking forward to the game, it'll be tarnished and sullied by some exclusivity deal. Not to mention the fact, and I'm sorry, Xbox fans, I have to bring up sales here. The PS4 has the biggest install base by far. Do you think they want to anger and alienate 22 million PS4 owners? Obviously, 22 million are not going to buy, that's not that many people are going to buy the game, but you know what I'm saying. It's the biggest install base. They do not want to piss off PlayStation fans with this. They don't. This would make all their hard work become something that would be surrounded in anger and frustration. They would get hateful emails and tweets like what happened with Square Enix with Rise of the Tomb Raider, where some psycho nuts even were sending nasty messages to Camilla Luddington, the voice actress who plays Lara Croft, which is ridiculous and inexcusable. The point is, I don't see them doing this. Imagine in that Dolby Theater when they do their conference on June 14th, they were to say this is an Xbox One and PC game and only and not for the PS4. Half the crowd would go, boo! You think they want that? Hell no. I am beyond confident that Fallout 4 will be on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It will not be on last-gen systems. I am convinced of that. Bethesda's even made references to the fact that their next game is for current gen only, even though, of course, they didn't name the game. So that's it, guys. I don't think there's any merit to that rumor at all. I've told you what it was based on, which was nothing. Okay, and it was 2 years ago that post appeared on NeoGAF. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you agree with me? If you're a Fallout fan, share your thoughts, etc. Yeah, no friggin' way. If they were to do this, it would be one of the biggest mistakes of their career as a game developer. And that's it, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.